And we are live. Hey, and welcome to the channel. Okay, mic check is on. Allow me to reposition the camera just a bit so the recording and edits not suffer. Cool, so hey everyone and welcome. I'm Noemi, co-founder of Scale, and this is yet another Amazon PPC session that we are streaming live. Let me also go live on Instagram. And we're live on Instagram as well. Okay, pulling here. So hey and welcome. I'm Noemi, co-founder of ScaleWave, and today's session it is yet again one more of our Amazon PPC Ask Me Anything session. We're going to prioritize beginner questions when it comes down to Amazon PPC. Short context on me: I've been in the trenches, e-commerce, specifically Amazon, for the past 5 years, and since then I've been doing Amazon PPC. The purpose of these sessions is basically to make sure that all the questions that are beginner topics are going to be covered. Reason for that, again, I started 5 years ago. I learned everything by my own. I learned from my own mistakes. So I want to make sure that you're not going to spend the amount of money on ads that you should not have to, that I did. Basically, right, is going to allow just for a few more moments until everyone is going to join us. But I also am right now live on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So if you see me like looking into all the stories, I'm going to go through all the questions, even the questions that have been previously submitted. So not only the ones that are posted in the comment section, but if you have any burning Amazon PPC related question, feel free to post it in the comment section. If you have any question that is business related, anything that is firing, hiring, systems, processes, not knowing how to deal with employees, allow me to be of your help. I know that I needed someone to help me out throughout the process, and people were just like, oh, you don't know how to, you're supposed to do it. And I'm like, no, I don't. So I hope that I'm going to be helpful for you. That being said, allow me to go through the very first questions that already have been submitted until I'm seeing the questions that are coming in from the other platforms. So how to, the very first question is, do I turn my Amazon PPC campaigns into something that's actually profitable? The question is, how do I turn my Amazon PPC campaigns into something that's actually profitable? Great question. The easiest way for you to make that possible, to turn your Amazon PPC campaigns into something that is profitable, is figuring out what profit means for you and figuring out at what stage of your product you are. If this is a product launch, it's highly likely that it's going to cost you a lot of money and it's not going to convert, and you're going to gather a lot of meaningful data that should help you prioritize which are the things that you should be prioritizing and which are the things that you should be not prioritizing. Why I'm saying that is because, especially because we are dealing with brands who also not only are 6 and 7 figures, but also are just launching on the platform, and they are starting and they have these big dreams for their product, and finally, they are living their 9 to 5 and they want to make it big in business, and they have this amazing product. The reality that I'm facing with those type of brands is that while they believe in the product, and I as well believe in the product, it's very hard for them to understand that this is a absolutely new business, and people are going to look at your product, at an absolutely new product on a platform that has, I'm not even sure how many products that Amazon has on their platform. So with that in mind, if you are not differentiating either your product design, either the way how you're presenting your product through your creatives and through storytelling, like what is your product for, either through a pricing, if you have a product that is amazing and is as half price as something else that is already on the market, that is still your competitive advantage. So if you don't know how to do that, first off, besides the fact that it's a product launch and you need to gather people's trust on why your product is the best out of sliced bread, quoting Carlos, an old friend, it's really important for you to understand that it's going to be costly. So especially the very first months of your launch, it's going to cost you, and not because you don't know what you're doing. Besides that, you don't know basically what you're doing because you're still mining for data, seeing what is the customer reaction is. customer reaction is, but you are also gaining customer trust. So that is the first thing. The second thing, if you already have a product that is already on the market, for you to make something actually profitable, giving you an example, we just recently onboarded a brand who they are doing well. The brand is well known already. And what we notice on their end is that it's not that they didn't figure it out, but whatever they did on the Amazon PPC end, it was not profitable for them. So right now we are doing a complete rehaul, restructuring everything based on our new goal, which is based on our new goal, which is making sure that the account is profitable first, and then we're building on top of that. So this is going to be really important for you to understand where you are on the spectrum. And then again, if this is you've been on the platform for a while and you're trying to regain market share and regain, maybe you did not pay so much attention to the marketplace, you were selling well, and right now competitors are catching up, and you're like, oh my gosh, what happened? Why is now the advertising costing me, instead of $500 per month, it's costing me $5,000 or even $10,000? Then it's kind of a relaunching problem because you are regaining market share. So one, know where you are on this spectrum, and then two, define a goal for yourself and for your business. And when I'm saying goal, even if it's absurd, so it's the most absurd goal that you have. Giving you an example, I am going to make $50,000 right out of the bat within the first month that I'm launching, and I'm going to be profitable. At least you have a goal, and then from that goal you can say, all right, so if this is my goal, how much is going to take me time-wise to achieve that goal? Because that can be totally doable maybe after 6 months or after a year even of launching a product. It might not be achievable within the first day of you launching the product. Let me know if that answered the question. I really wanted to make sure that it's thorough, because most of the time what I'm seeing is people do not understand what profitability means and at what stage can you become profitable. Working on startup, shout out to you. Startup is one of those things that, only when you're starting, you don't know what you don't know. So make sure, from me, who's like coming from a world that I learned everything from right from the bottom, so I had nothing to do with advertising and marketing and so on, double down on your strengths. And if you have the money, outsource your weaknesses. All right, second question. What skills does someone need to manage Amazon PPC successfully? What skills? I would step back, and first off, I would need to know how do you define management? Because if I know that, I'm going to be able to respond exactly the way how you want me to respond. So for what you want me to respond. Really important, because also I learned this, is Amazon PPC management. People are taking it as like, this is that thing, that Amazon PPC management. But what does Amazon PPC management is? Let's define it. If Amazon PPC management for a junior Amazon PPC manager is that they supposed to have the skills of following clear step-by-step SOPs, knowing if you want a report in a certain way, that is the way how they supposed to give you the reports. If this is for Amazon PPC, an intermediate manager, or even if you're doing it, right? Then what are the skills that you would need? In this case, you would need to, first off, quality check that everything what a junior manager would do, so all the reporting is clear and the data is not flawed. Everything what you're doing on the optimization side, either you're increasing bids, either you're decreasing bids, either you're pausing campaigns, either you're enabling campaigns, are going to be executed perfectly as they're supposed to. So you're the quality checker behind the actions taken, and also you might have a way of gathering all this data and understanding, seeing patterns. Why did someone did something in some way and not another one? And then you would gather all that information, and ideally you would bring this to an Amazon PPC strategist. Excuse me. An Amazon PPC strategist, I like to call these not anymore follows, but this is a rule maker. They are going to gather all that information, and they are going to decide based on the information that I was given and I gathered, what am I saying for the next 3 months? Which are the most common bottlenecks that this brand, that this product could face, so I can prepare for that? So they are going to take a more strategic approach to it rather than I'm just going to execute. And why am I sharing this? And maybe I'm going again today in a bit just too much details when it comes down to this topic, is because I personally took time to understand how do I define these roles within my company, because I was hiring Amazon PPC managers and I expected them to follow instructions, to also be great when it comes down to strategy, to also know how to calculate 3 to 5 steps ahead. And then I just stepped back and realized those are the things that I am doing now after 5 years of investing a lot, at least 10,000 hours of my time in understanding the craft. So if I want to hire someone who is a strategist like me or better than me, then it should make sense that they are going to nail all those skills. Because if they are not nailing all those skills, then what you're going to end up with, you're going to overpay someone who has a bit of the bottom, so a bit of junior, they know how to accurately report data, a bit of the intermediate, which is they understand patterns and they see, oh, I did this, therefore this is what happened. And then maybe a strategist, just because they know that if I'm going to lower the bids, this is going to be my outcome. And then if the brand wants to achieve this specific ACOS or TACOS on a brand level, then these are my next steps, so I can guide them. Very, very important topic. Thank you so much for submitting this question. I certainly hope that this is going to be valuable to someone who's either looking themselves to start within this industry and become an Amazon PPC manager, either for someone who is looking to find that Amazon PPC manager to make them successfully. Okay, next question. Do you watch the AFCON finale? I do not. By the way, this is Amazon PPC topics. Feel free to drop your questions, relevant questions, or business-related questions if you don't have any Amazon PPC. Great question. Okay, so should I stop negative keywords in auto campaigns after moving them to manual? I like to be very thorough when it comes down to questions and answers. This one is a hard no. No, not, because what you might not be knowing is that whenever you're going to take that action, you're hoping for a next hypothesis to work. What I mean by that is our common belief 5 years ago, or common teaching when it comes down to our industry in Amazon PPC, it was that if an auto campaign works well and if a keyword works well in an auto campaign, and if I'm going to add that into a separate campaign on their own where I'm going to target it, maybe this time in exact match, it should perform exactly the same way how we did in the previous campaign. Well, I'm here to tell you, busting the myth, that is not the case at all. And I want to make sure that you understand why that is not the case. In an auto campaign, the strategy behind it is a discovery campaign. A discovery campaign supposed to, one, help us gain traction and search terms for search terms that we did not know that we are even relevant to. Two, it's supposed to help us bring cheaper sales than if we would have been targeting this exact search term that you just found in exact broad or phrase match. Now, why am I telling you that is because besides that, there are also going to be separate different placements where that search term can show up either top of search. So someone is just searching for it. It's going to, just searching for the product with that specific search term. It's just going to show up on top of page within the first very few listings, either rest of search. So this is going to be anywhere else but top of search, and product pages. And product pages is the third one. This is basically on any product. Once that you clicked on it, you're going to open up the product. And then on that product, you're going to see other product as well. So there is very little amount of control when it comes down to making sure that you for sure are going to show up on those placements, especially in a discovery campaign, automatic targeting campaign. So this is why I'm saying that yes, technically you can increase your bid modifiers to show up in a different placement and make sure that you're always there. But again, This is a discovery campaign. It is an auto campaign. It's supposed to bring you cheap sales. Now, the moment that you're going to modify any placement that you're showcasing your ads on, hoping that that one search term that brought you the one sale is going to make more sales just because you have it in their own campaign, I would advise against that. Next question. Is hiring an Amazon PPC freelancer for Fiverr? Okay, I'm on a roll. Allow me to take a sip of the expiring. Breathe in, out. Good to go. All right, is hiring an Amazon PPC freelancer from Fiverr a good idea or risky? This is a strategic question. It seems to not be one, but it is. And why I'm saying that is because let me put myself in your shoes. If I am on Fiverr and looking for someone to run my ads, Fiverr concept is that you're going to get the cheapest, ideally, possible help in order for you to achieve your goal from A to B. Now, Fiverr is a great platform. I also worked on Fiverr, hired freelancers to do specific projects, So I'm coming from that point of view that I understand why would you be doing that. Now, if you are a brand that is not making a lot of money, by not making a lot of money, I mean, if you're making under $5,000 revenue, maybe even under $10,000 revenue, whoever you would hire on Fiverr would make sense for you, because what you're looking for is a budget-friendly alternative to solve the problem that you have. Now, when it comes down to Fiverr, because Fiverr has also these tiers of people who premium pricing, and my premium pricing is going to be higher than your average Joe who's just like listing their offerings and they hope that they are going to get your business and help you. So if you're going to have those type of services as well, usually what I'm seeing is that while Fiverr can be helpful, those type of businesses usually can afford to stay on Fiverr because they have volume. And by volume, what I mean is that maybe let's say that marketplace for someone who is a strategic Amazon PPC manager, same thing that we are doing at Scale with, maybe we're doing it for $2,000 per month and they are doing it for $1,000 per month. Now you have to think too, why are they doing it at half price? And I am going to be honest with you, in this service business, people, either they're barely making money, either they're losing money, either they are just going to give the crappiest service and they're making of money. That being said, I just want to make sure that you understand don't look at it as this is the expense that my business can afford, but where does my business need? So does my goal aligns with that? Because if you are like, hey, this is the 5,000, 10,000 that I'm making monthly, for me, that is enough, I'm going to find something that is budget friendly within whatever I'm looking for. But if you're looking for someone to help you strategically to grow your account and you have realistic expectation that this person is going to be able to grow your account 5, 10, 20, 30% month over month or quarter over quarter, it's really important that they are strategic. And by strategic, because this word is thrown out where in the nothing, and it's like hoping to sound fancy, but it's meaningless. By strategic, what I mean is this someone who is able to step back and see, hey, this brand needs X, I am doing Y. Why am I doing Y? Am I able to help this brand to get to their result, whatever they are looking for? Because that is really, really important. So strategic Amazon PPC manager, if you're looking on Fiverr, make sure that you're also going to check out what I just said, I think 2 questions ago when I was talking about the levels of seniority when it comes down to junior, intermediate, and also advanced, because that's going to be very important for you to decide and understand why they are why they are charging you the price that they are charging. Sorry, just took my attention. There's a ton of cat hair within my room, and just I saw one float right directly in my tea. I'm going to drink cat hair. It's totally fine. Okay, so next question. What does proper PPC optimization look like for an Amazon FBA brand? Let's step back and zoom out for clarity. We want to understand what does proper PPC optimization look like for an Amazon FBA brand. Define optimization. The way how I am defining optimization, it can take multiple routes. It can be optimization towards profitability. You're bringing down the ad spend while trying the sales the same level. Optimization towards scalability. You're bringing different ad types or different campaigns. You're testing them quickly, seeing, gathering data, iterating, seeing what works, what doesn't, so that you can move forward and then you can apply more of what works. So it's going to be very, very important when it comes down to proper PPC optimization. One can take away from spend and make you more efficient on a short run, and then one can be more costly on the short run, but on the long run is going to build up muscle. By building up muscle, giving you an example, because most people when they are throwing out optimization, they are referring to, I have a 2% ACOS. I wish that 5 years ago, when someone would have asked me this question, I would have given the answer that I'm giving right now. But I did not. So I'm giving you the answer that right now this question deserves is optimization. It's going to come down to, do you know your goal? And what does optimization means? Because if you can define optimization, that is going to be way more helpful to whoever is going to help you with those things, even if you're doing it yourself, to achieve that goal. Let me know if that helped. How can I quickly check my Amazon PPC performance? Check my Amazon PPC performance in just 5 minutes. But I have to speed up on questions because I took only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. Okay, so the next question is, how can I quickly check my Amazon PPC performance in just 5 minutes? Let me give you my under 5 minutes trick. 1, see where the spend goes. 2, see where the spend sales come from. 3, see what your ACOS is. And then 4, see, based on those, where does the spend go, where the sales come, and the ACOS, which one brings you the most orders for that specific product that you're looking to advertise. This is my quickest tip ever. This is something that I'm installing within our teammates as well whenever they are going through an account. That is the quickest way how you can have impact on an account. Create value, as much value as you can for an account to quickly see what's going on. And then if something needs stopping, something needs pausing, or something needs to be doubled down on, you're going to quickly see that. What are the different ways Amazon PPC can be used beyond just getting sales? I'm a bit puzzled by your question because it seems an oxymoron, but I believe that you had a good reason why you asked this. So allow me to see when can I answer to this in the right way. The best way for you to not just get sales but keep sales would be through protecting your own brand, branded terms, branded keywords, and your own products. And for that strategy, you would follow a protect strategy. Within Scaleway, we're doing the 5 strategies, which is protect, conquer, rank, dominate, and then discover. Each of them have their own places. I'm not going to go into detail on these ones. I have several topics, like several questions answered based on this topic on the strategies. But the strategy that you would apply is you would ensure that for your own branded terms, branded keywords, and also on your own listing, you are going to be the one who's showing up. And yes, there are like a ton of people who are saying you should not be doing that because whoever is looking for your brand, they're going to just anyhow buy your brand. I'm here to tell you that in doing the conquer strategy, which is brands who are not double checking that someone else is in their listing, we are going to be there and we're going to get cheap sales and we're taking away market share. So rather than just looking at like just getting sales, the idea with Amazon PPC is going to be also to whoever is looking for you, they're going to find you. Next question. The question is, how do I check keyword CPC prices inside Amazon PPC? So you are going to have this on an account level. You can open up. The easiest way for you to do this is download your search term reports for the past 30 days, and then open up the reports to see what is the CPC price for each keyword. Now, keep in mind, just because that is the CPC price, that is not an end-all be-all. It does not mean if you're going to create a new campaign and you're going to bid with that CPC, you're going to show up and you're going to generate the exact same results. But that is the way, or a good way for you to check out what would the CPC prices would be inside Amazon if you're running ads. If you're not running any ads, the simplest way is going to be create a campaign, launch it, bid. If it says the Amazon algorithm suggests you bid $1, you're going to bid $2. So higher than that, just for you to gather data. Don't leave it for 2 months like that, but leave it for 1 day. See if you get impressions, gather data, see if you get any clicks. That is going to help you with CPC. Or that is going to help you to check your keywords CPC prices. Question is, should I run PPC differently for wholesale product? You should not be running Amazon PPC differently for wholesale products. Wholesale products usually are bought by wholesalers because they already have a proven track record of top performance. Hopefully you did your check, your market check, and you checked out if the product is already has demand and someone wants to buy it before investing wholesale into a product. But the way how you would run ads, you would run exactly the same way how you would run for private labels, for books. The only bottleneck here is going to be because you don't have the prices, because your retail price is not actually your price, but is the price that you're selling the product. When it comes down to profit margins, probably you're going to be more careful on making sure that you're going to spend a lower amount of budget. So if, let's say, a typical ACOS for this product to convert is going to be 50%, and then you're profitable, probably for you it's going to be 30%, 25%. So you are going to, your real retail price is going to be lower. Let me know if that helped. The question is, ranking on page 1 possible without using PPC at all? Yes, it is. I did create this very in-depth answer for a question similar to yours. I would look that up, but since you're here and you're asking, I'm going to answer you, okay? So yes, it is possible for you to rank on page 1 of Amazon without Amazon PPC ads. The way how you would achieve that is that usually you have an external traction towards your listing. The external traction can be blogs, it can be influencers, it can be your website, it can be Google ads, Facebook ads, so any other marketplace, paid advertising that is either redirecting towards your product on Amazon, either you're just generating general curiosity, so people are going to check out your product also on Amazon. Me, from a real shopper point of view, because I'm shopping on Amazon as well, the first thing that I am doing whenever I'm seeing an ad on Instagram or a product on Instagram and I want to check it out, I never go to the website and so on and so forth, because I just have, 1, trust issues, 2, I think being loyal to Amazon, because it's very easy. If I dislike something, again, I'm thinking as a customer, not as a brand owner. If I dislike something, I can send it back. I can get back my money. They already have the systems in place, so I'm okay with that. So if I would look for, I'm scrolling on Instagram, I'm seeing a product, I'm going to first type it on Amazon and see if they're selling it on Amazon, and I would purchase from Amazon. Now that is technically external traffic redirecting someone to Amazon, finding your product and purchase it. So let me know if that helped. But that is also a way how you could rank organically without Amazon PPC ads. Next question is, what PPC strategies work best for authors selling books on Amazon? The best strategies right now, actually, we are managing right now a KDP account. Super awesome to have them on board. Best strategies that work for them is focusing on their bestseller products instead of focusing on all the catalog, especially if you're an author with different books. Focus on what already sells, what already showed performance, and focus only on that. And this is the same advice that I would give you if you have a catalog with different SKUs. You would focus on the products that are really moving the needle. Second, and this is not only for KDP, but in general, it's going to work. Right now, discover strategies. By discover, I mean auto campaigns, broad campaigns, print campaigns, broad modified, and category campaigns, even audiences. They work better than what I'm seeing in exact match or product targeting exact match. So that is something that you could try out as well. And then what else? Keeping it simple. I just provided this week for the brands that we manage, quarterly on which should be our goals. And looking back to 2025, what I noticed is that the brands that we personally as manager, like managing their ads, and also they struggle the most is when there was this headless chicken moment. They're like, doing so many things, and Amazon is throwing so many things at us, and we are fighting against that. And I'm like, there was no, I'm thinking 5 steps forward, which are the possible problems that my listing could face that I can avoid, or even getting out of stock issues or so on. We are planning for it, and now we are just going to apply the one strategy per month. If we're doing more than one strategy per month, one, we cannot be accountable for 10 strategies. Two, the brand itself, it means that they are looking into too many places and things are not going to convert. And then three, think of it like, if it comes down to you, would you rather have one thing done the proper way? And I'm going to also share with you what I have the sticker on my monitor here. It's attached to another sticker. It says this: solve one problem at a time. There's a meaning behind I am putting this freaking sticker on my monitor. It's because I used to be the one who was solving 10,000 problems at the same time and didn't got nowhere with that. So that's why I'm saying that if you are selling books, this should be the thing. Solve the one problem, figure out what is the problem that has the biggest impact and lever on your business, solve for it, and then go to the next one. Okay. Looking through all the possible channels. Cool, we're 3 minutes in. Still have 30 minutes to go. Allow me to sip. Great, I don't have any more tea. So you're going to, I still have some water left. Okay, cool. So next question is, why is PPC so important for almost every Amazon seller? The reason why, especially now in 2026, ads are so important is because it does not come down anymore to, hey, are you doing ads or are you not doing ads? It comes down to, I need to do ads because if I'm not doing ads, Amazon, it's not anymore the marketplace for me. And even if you have external traffic, and even if you're doing the external traffic strategies to bring traffic to your listing, and you're not protective even of your branded terms and your product listings, someone else is going to take that spot. So I would say it's really crucial for you to run ads. And if you're not running yet ads, to start running. Okay, if you need any help with ads, feel free to also book a free strategy call. We offer something like that. It's going to be just a simple audit of what is going on right now within your current ad set and how can we help. And we are going to provide this is the next 3 steps that I'm seeing right now that are easy levers. If we're not a good fit, amazing. If we're a good fit, even more amazing. But the idea would be that you need really help with someone to looking from the outside, looking to your ads, and even if they're okaying that, hey, you're on the right path, keep up the good work. That's going to be so encouraging. And I'm telling you this from someone managing their own ads for their own brand. And it's like, am I doing things right? Really important. Just because I told you about audits, don't take up everyone when they are saying, oh, I'm offering free audits and so on. What's going to end up is like they are going to point out all these hundreds not working within the listing. They're more than willing to offer to solve those things. And if there are 100 things that they are offering and they're guaranteeing you something, run. That's not only for Amazon ads, that's for any type of ads. Learn the hard way. Don't ask me how. Learn the hard way. Okay, so why do... okay, I answered already this. Why do PPC campaigns sometimes get impressions but still... The question is, why do PPC campaigns get impressions but no sales? Just because you're getting impressions, it doesn't mean that people are going to see properly your product and they are going to see it on the best placement where you want to showcase your product. So what I would advise here, if the campaign is still unable, open up the campaign, go to bid adjustments, placements, and look up where does the ad shows up. If you're bidding low, which I probably can be most of the time the case, you might show up on product pages or rest of search. You might be having impressions there and no conversions. And the reason for that is because probably you just settle in a placement where you are on the, whenever you see that carousel of ads that are underneath a product, ones that you're scrolling down, that can go 50 pages. So that's why I'm saying you might be getting impressions, but you're not getting the right eyeballs. Internally, what we like to do in ScaleWave is, first off, get impressions. If we're not getting impressions, no one is seeing our ads. Second, if once that we got impressions, we want to get at least 2,000 impressions, 3,000 impressions, and then we want to get the click. Once that we got the click, then we have a better understanding how much would it cost us. And then once that we have 10, 20 clicks, we would understand actually how much it costs us, right? So, and that could be the issue, why you're not getting sales. 2, it can be irrelevant. So people are seeing your ad and it's not resonating with them. 3, it can be a pricing mismatch. Your product sells for $100, other products for $2. Go figure. And then you're trying to make them buy the product. 3, it can be an FBM offer. People are preferring FBA just because it's quicker to get the product, and yeah, that's the reason why they would not even take any action. So those would be my quick checklist on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and going through to see what could be the cause. Okay, next question is, what is the right way to optimize my campaigns step by step? The right way to optimize your Amazon PPC campaign step by step is 1, zoom out for clarity. What are you optimizing for? Are you optimizing to increase your top line revenue? Are you optimizing to decrease your ads? Based on that, check mark, now you know. 2, you're going, and action steps are going to be, if you want to get more sales, probably you are going to increase bids, increase placements, create new campaigns, try new ad strategies. If you're going to optimize towards getting cheaper sales and while maintaining the same amount of sales, or maybe getting less sales but profitable sales, then you're going to do optimization towards profitability actions. Those are, you're going to lower the bid, you're going to pause, you're going to negate, you're going to create your negative search term list to make sure that whenever you're creating new campaigns, whatever did not work, you're going to make use of it because you already paid for data. So those would be my action steps. And if the campaign really is not within the strategy that you have right now, today, for the account, you would just simply pause it. Don't optimize. I'm from the... We tried optimizing things just because we wanted to make sure that, whenever we took over brands, we tried optimizing towards profitability and just to not give a heart attack to brands like, I spent yesterday $1,000 on ads and today I spent zero. What is going on, Noemi? So in that cases, what we did, we strategically paused, optimized more and more and more campaigns until we created new campaigns that generated more sales at amount that we wanted, at the profitability goals that we wanted, and then kind of like switched. So it was a really hard tech. That's the way how you would do it. The right way. Okay, cool. Is Amazon Seller Center? No. Is Amazon Seller University enough to really learn PPC? Amazon Seller University is helpful. Amazon Seller University also is going to prioritize selling their products. Whenever we're talking about Amazon ads, the way how brand managers who are managing agencies, even within PPC, within, directly from Amazon, they are telling you that those are their products. Which products are you using? This is the way how they're asking. So someone is advertising you on, someone is teaching you how to use their product. I would be very cautious whenever someone else is selling me something that is theirs, and they're also in the business of making money off your mistakes. So what I would do in this case is I would just go through that seller university if that's something of your choice or preference or so on. Keep in mind that we as an agency, in order to achieve advanced partner or like verified partner status, we did go through all the courses that they requested us to have that freaking check mark, right? And that is something that you have to do on a yearly basis because certificates are going to expire. So we did those steps, and I'm talking to you from that point of view. If I would have learned only on that, that's theory. And theory and real life, like when you're spending the money and when the customer is upset and when it's like, why it's not working, Noemi? This is where you actually feel the pain and you understand, hey, quickly, I have to learn. So that's why I'm saying that Amazon Seller University, it's a good way for you to understand mainly how the ad works. I spent lots of money, at least 5 million in ad spend to teach you today to come here and tell you what works, what doesn't. They did not spend that money to teach you, maybe for courses or tutorials. So that's why I'm saying that if someone is going to make money off you making mistakes, be super generous and say thank you, appreciate how the tutorials and so on. I would like to learn from someone who's actually spending their own money on ad. Okay, so it was just a small twist there. And this is not us against Amazon stuff, because we love Amazon. Because of Amazon, I'm here today, right? And I'm teaching you, right? How do I unarchive an old Amazon PPC campaign properly? To my knowledge, you cannot unarchive a campaign. Sometimes I see that, so we as a principal are not doing that practice. That's why it's hard for me to tell you like how to unarchive it. But what I heard other advertisers saying, so when it comes down to they wanted to unarchiving stuff, it was, oh, wait, I just noticed something. Oh no, people are watching vertical too. Cool. I was like, why they're so quiet here? Usually, like, I see all the comments and coming in. It's like people being super mean, and I love it because it's like helping with morals. Okay. How do you call it? Square moment. I'm back. Not square moment. Squirrel moment. You know, when the dog sees a squirrel in up, and it's like, squirrel. And like, completely there. Okay, that's what just happened to me. I'm back to the question. So your question was regards unarchiving things. What you can do in this case, you can create a seller support case and ask Amazon if they are going to be able to help you on unarchiving the campaigns, and they should be giving you the answer. But to my knowledge, it's not possible. Do check with them as well. So make sure that actually it can be useful, whatever I just provided. How does winning the buy box affect PPC performance? Great question. I wish that this question would have been way more would have come easier and quicker to people's mind. They are not thinking of that. We did not thought of that until it happened to us. Buy box, if you have buy box, you're eligible to advertising. The moment that you don't win anymore the buy box, whoever has the buy box, if they are selling your product, under your listing, or you're just simply, there's no one selling the product and you don't have the buy box, your product is not showing up in the advertising console. Lesson learned the hard way. Again, the way how we learned this is we were just running ads for one of the brands 3 years ago or something like that. So this was back in our baby days when we didn't know better, but now we know better and we corrected, which is most important. So what happened is that they lost the buy box. We did not notice that they lost the buy box, and honestly, it was not in our scope to, hey, check on the buy box daily, because that's affecting PPC. Now we know better again. So what happened is that what we noticed is that there was zero spent, and we did not figure out like what happened. It was just like in our daily history log is like zero spend. I was like, okay, maybe just like a glitch, because Amazon is very often, it's very often happening that they would have these technical glitches. The second day, it was still again like zero spend and like zero sales and nothing, And I was like, okay, let's give it 24 more hours and see what's going to happen. And then the third day, the same. And then we were troubleshooting. We had this troubleshooting list that we put together. And okay, what happened? So usually when that happens is that the ads are going to be suspended. That way you can see it in the campaign. It's going to say still delivering, but the moment that you're going to open up the ad group, it's going to say that it's ineligible for any reasons Amazon might give you. So that was not the case. The second thing that we checked is that, okay, do we still have inventory for this product? Because occasionally what might happen is that they are just running out of stock. We were not noticing in time. Again, we have now a better process on how to deal with inventory, so we can forecast when it comes down to how much inventory we would need. But then the third thing on the checklist, it was buy box issues. So we checked the product, and for some reason, again, Amazon, it was not a pricing issue in sense of that we lowered the price too much or we increased the price too much. But technically, Amazon considered that for the past 30 days, people purchased the product for lesser price. Therefore, they just suspended our buy box, So that was the way how we figured out that actually it was a buy box issue. The way how we solved it is we reduced the price to the price that Amazon recommended to us for the last 30 days as average. And then we got back the buy box. So that's why I'm saying that this is the biggest impact, how buy box can affect Amazon PPC performance. Now we know better. As I was saying, do have a checklist in place whenever, if this happened, check this. If this happened, check this. If this happened, check this. It's going to be really helpful for you. So it's going to take out all the, what's going on? I don't know, where am I here? So that's going to be super helpful. Let me know if that helped. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm getting hot. It's hot inside. What are the main use cases for Amazon PPC? Okay, it's beginner question I asked for, so I'm going to answer. The question is, what are the main use cases for Amazon PPC? The main case is going to be, first off, get more sales. The way how you are going to get more sales is through 5 strategies. Usually people are not going to explain to you these strategies. We purposefully made them into a framework, so it's going to be easier to explain to you who's asking the question, and also to any clients that we're onboarding or anyone who wants to know, or even to our team to explain to them why are we doing what we're doing. It's called the Evergreen Strategy Framework, and this is either we're going to protect our own brand as the protect strategy, either we're going to conquer, so either we're going to advertise on someone else's listing. Then the third one is going to rank. So for a specific keyword, search term, or product, we are making sure that we are going to get organic rankings by advertising for that specific term or product. Either you're going to dominate. This is a placement modifier setting where on specific placements where we are seeing that we're performing best or way better than other placements, we're going to increase placements to make sure that we're always showing up there. And then the fifth one is going to be discover. This is going to be the type of campaigns that's supposed to be the cheapest for us to gather data and to find keywords that are relevant, that we have not thought through, or even to find keywords and pay less than we would in exact match. Let me know if that helped. But those would be the main use cases for Amazon PPC. Usually brands are in either all 5 of them, either if they just want to protect their own turf when it comes down to Amazon. So no one is going to swap up their sales. They're going to protect their branded name. Okay, 6 more minutes to go. Today I feel like I did not answer enough questions, but I answered them thoroughly. Certainly hope that you guys appreciate it. Okay, so what does a successful Amazon PPC campaign actually look like? Love that you put successful in front of it. I am defining successful as something that is within the strategy, that you created a strategy for, it's within the strategy and it performs according to strategy. Example, if this is a ranking campaign and you created with the purpose to rank for specific keywords or specific products, and you are ranking for it and you are showing up on it and you generate sales, even if unprofitable, that is a successful campaign. Now, if you see that you are generating sales and it's above 100% ACOS, but you're generating sales, we would look into, do we long-term gain additional market share, or the moment that we are going to just drop bids and decrease them, we are going to lose market share. It's really important because that's going to allow you to see if it's worth for you to rank for one specific keyword. Same goes for all the other strategies: discover, conquer. Ooh, I didn't say that in order, so now I don't know them. So the same goes to protect, conquer, dominate, and discover campaigns. And the campaign that I was talking about, the strategy behind it was the exact match ranking campaigns. How do I rank my private label product without relying on PPC? Very similar questions in the same session. Awesome. I literally just answered this question a few minutes ago. And the answer is through external traffic. And so I'm not going to just like give you this answer like without any thinking. Through external traffic, giving you an example, I am searching on Amazon, I am searching on Instagram, scrolling through, and I'm seeing your ad, I'm seeing your brand, and then I'm clicking on it, but I am loyal to buying stuff on Amazon. I'm going to first check your product if it's selling on Amazon and buy it, prefer to buy it through Amazon. That way what you generated is you created ads for your product, but I did not convert it on your website, I converted on Amazon. Therefore, now for your branded term, because that's how I found your product, it was X brand and then the product's purpose, which is usually a keyword. That's the way how I found you. So that would be the way how you can, without relying on PPC, generate traffic to the listing and getting sales. What should I fix if my PPC ads aren't getting impressions? Fix your bids. If the bids are high enough, look the reason why your listing might not show up. Either you have a buy box issue, you did not want the buy box. Either you have an inventory issue, you're out of stock. Either you have an ineligibility issue, which means that Amazon consider that the product that you want to advertise is ineligible. I'm going to get it. It's good. It's ineligible the second time. Okay, so those would be the go-to things that I would focus on. Okay. Time. You are time. That's a really good question. Are you time? And at the beginning of everything, okay, this is totally not Amazon PPC and we still have 2 minutes, but that's a really good quote. So he says, I am the beginning of everything and the end of everywhere. I am the beginning of eternity, the end of time and space. What am I? I do believe that you're still time. Okay, last question, because we have 2 more minutes to go. Wait, first, I'm going to take your question. I'm going to chat GPT it because I'm not confident anymore in my answer. Oh, but I cannot, and I'm just spending time. Okay, but that was a good, like, totally irrelevant to Amazon PPC, but it was a good input. Okay, so does Amazon PPC usually lead to profit? The question is, does Amazon PPC usually lead to profit or loss for most sellers? The answer is yes. It does lead to profit or loss for most sellers. Let me answer this in a more strategic way. It leads to both, and it really depends on, do you know your numbers? Because most of the time what I'm seeing is that brands, they don't know their numbers, or they think that they know their numbers. They're just running ads and they hope that they're going to sell. What I'm seeing in our space, e-commerce space, is that people are moving a lot of money, and they are literally moving a lot of money. So the very first month that, I can tell you this because we are not selling anymore the brand, but the very first month when we launched our brand on Amazon, no, the very first year that we launched our brand, we made $500,000, something like that. And we spent $510,000. So that's why I'm saying that, like, oh, that was the first time, like, oh my gosh, so much money. It's like, we moved money. So it's really important for you to know that, to know your numbers and understand the bottom line and understand your profitability. You can make big money and you can also lose a lot of money as well. Yes, I'm wishing your friend happy birthday. Rio, happy birthday to you. Much love. This is Noemi from Scaleway. We are on an Amazon PPC session, but someone asked me to tell you happy birthday, Rio. Be good, be brave, be courageous. Think in the long term. It's going to pay off. Not now, not today, but in 10 years, 20, and in eternity. All right, cool. Should we wrap up? It's already 2 o'clock. I think that was a good end of the session. Thank you so much for submitting all the questions. And I am not Russian, I am Romanian. I was just asked yesterday in my hallway elevator, actually in the elevator, someone, a really nice lady, she's like, "Are you Russian?" No, I'm Romanian. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. It's always a pleasure, and sometimes it might feel just a bit like I isolated, but I really enjoy these sessions because purposefully took time on responding all these questions, and I know that you are appreciating it, because look, still there are still people here still watching, so I appreciate you a lot. If you enjoyed this session, again, hi, my name is Noemi. I am the co-founder of ScaleWave, and what we're dealing with on a daily basis is Amazon advertising. Topic, Amazon PPC session, right? And if you're running currently ads on Amazon, feel free to drop a line, let me know. Would be more than happy to just jump on a quick call, see what's going on with your ads, and at least, okay, whatever is working well, or if something is really off, at least tell you that something is off. You can do it yourself. You can have us on your team as well, but just, hey, letting you know, you don't have to figure things out alone. I did. I figured out alone. It was so painful. So that's why I'm saying, if you're already excellent at something, let someone else who's also excellent at something else that you are not be your teammate and partner. Take care. Have an amazing one. See you next week. Same day and time. Take care. Bye.